down, Barbiana. Bust down and pick that shit up. Bust down and pick that shit up. Bust it open.
Hey y'all, welcome back to episode 3 of the Boom Boom series, the sexual healing series. So this episode is going to be how to give that guap 3000 to your man and how to stroke that thing the right way. So I'm going to be giving y'all some tips, some tricks on how to make your man go crazy.
You know, there's nothing more surprising and rewarding than finding out that the nigga that you fuck with is a grower and not a shower. Because
me personally, not to toot my own horn, toot, I know what I'm doing. So let's get into the video, Rebel. Let's just hop right into it. Let's just get talking. Come with me. Let's talk. So let's go ahead and talk, sis. I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to jack that thing right for your man. Because, you know, some girls don't like to give head. You know, I know girls who don't like to give head. I know girls who don't really want to give head. I mean, personally, my motto is it shouldn't leave your mouth. It should always be in that thing. So, for the girls who don't want to give head but want to learn how to jack their man properly, to give him like, you know, like eggplant massage, a really good eggplant massage, I'm going to help you with that too. First of all, if you plan on jacking off your man, do not, and I repeat ladies, do not do this to this man dry. The friction alone is not, that dry hand in his dry eggplant is not going to work. You need to put some type of liquid on it. You need either some lube, you need some spit, with anything, but you can't do it dry. I mean, some girls do it dry, but I'm telling you, the dude is not going to like it. Think about it. Even when a man is doing his masturbating for himself, he's 9 times out of 10 probably spit starting it, or he's doing something to put some liquid on his penis. You guys, if I'm trying not to say certain words, it's because I don't want YouTube to kind of flag my video and not really show it to people. So just kind of putting that disclosure out there. But yeah, you guys, please do not check that man thing with no type of liquid on it, or at least no spit. So let's say you're doing lube. Let's say you're doing spit. If you're doing spit, sis, you use a lot. Use a lot. I always say lube is the best way to give the best jacking that you can, to give your best performance. Get you some lube. Whether it's a jelly stick type lube or whether it's like a liquidy type lube. It don't matter. You can do your job either way. So you got the lube or you got the spit. What's next? I got your answer, sis. Hold that thing with a firm grip. And you know, the reason I know this is because I have a lot of male friends, so I ask a lot of questions. And one thing that guys always say is that girls are bad at, you know, jacking their meat because y'all be scared. Like,
y'all be weak in the knees. Stand up.
Think about it. This man is stronger than you and he does his thing every day himself. So don't be afraid to put a grip on his thing. Do not be afraid. Trust me, y'all not gonna break it. It's not gonna break. Like, there's a difference between strangling it, like you trying to hurt him, and there's a difference between putting a strong grip on it. Like, a strong grip. Do not be scared to give that thing a grip, because really, they're stronger than us. They grip it harder than we do. So you putting that grip. And then, like, the thing when it comes to jacking is that you have to read your man. You need to be looking at his toes. You need to be looking at his facial expressions. Like, you have to be very observant when you're doing this, because you want to make sure that you're not hurting him. Like, because some men are more sensitive than others and some are not. Most men are not that sensitive. You can go ahead and give a tight grip, but other men are sensitive, and I feel like that's where an open dialogue comes out. Don't be afraid to ask your man, babe, do you like it when I grip it a little harder, or do you like it when I don't? Or you can even ask him, babe, is your dick sensitive? Like, these are things that you can ask him. Like, y'all, I feel like the biggest issue when it comes to like girls giving head and girls jacking is that y'all are afraid to talk. Ask that man what he wants. Come on. Don't be afraid to ask him what he wants. He will tell you. They will let you know. Most men like head. I did have an ex who did not like head at all. But most men love head. Most men love to get their dick jacked. My ex did not like head, but he loved when I stroked that shaft. When I gave him his little dick massages, he exploded every time. He liked it. He was like, I'm the only girl who ever been able to make him come off of just jacking because, you know, I'm LeBron James in that thing.
Ooh, he touched me.
Another good point as well. When you finally, I'm going to use my hand. I really would like to demonstrate on a thing, but I do not want YouTube to, you know, hide me and say, that's not going to fly on YouTube. So when you have it and you have a good grip on it, at this point, you have a good grip with one hand. Let's say you're doing it one hand. Do not neglect the balls. Do not neglect the balls, you guys. The balls are still important. You know, you don't want to hurt it, which I want to go into the head on how to handle the balls properly, but in jacking, cup it. Don't squeeze now. You can't do a firm grip on that, but cup. Hold, cup. You know what I'm saying? Like, cup, hold. If you guys get my drift. Now that we have established holding it, gripping it, putting moisture on it, now we're ready to start getting that jacket moving. We're starting the choo-choo train. So when you're doing this, and let's say you do it where you're cupping and you're holding and you're doing your thing and you got the grip, look at your man in the eyes. Look at him, give him them bedroom eyes. Like, you like that, babe? It feel good, babe? You know, like, talk to him. Look him in the eye. And if you want to talk dirty talk while you're doing this, that's even better. Tell him how much you love his thing. Dirty talk him. Make him get ready to explode. Because that dirty talk is more visualization for him anyways. He is like, in his head, he's like, oh shit. Yeah, I unlocked thought level 3000. So you're talking, flirt with him, play with him, look at his eyes. For the people who are ready, who don't want to just do this, let the balls go. Let the balls go free. Because you want to just start it, to start them off, to get them, you know, aroused. Talk to them. Now at this point, if you're ready, take them two hands together and you're going to start playing. Keep your thumb, and this is a very important tip, you guys. The vein that goes up his thing to the tip is the most sensitive part of the penis. So with it being the most sensitive part in the penis, you want to play with that. Like, that should be your objective. Play with that thing. Always have your thumb open to constantly be playing with the tip. If you're not playing with the tip, running up and down that vein, because that vein is the most sensitive part on that eggplant, and you want to continuously play with that eggplant. If your hand get tired, because your hand will get tired, you know, when your hand get tired, go ahead and just start playing with that vein. If not, bend it over and then start playing with the tip. Now while you're playing with the tip, you're stroking. Playing with the tip, stroke it. And this is to give you time to get your hands back together, because you're probably tired at this point. Especially if it takes your man longer to explode, it's gonna probably take him a while. So, you know, just play with that thing. Play with it. Play with it. Play with it. Do not be afraid to be firm. Shoot, you could even put your hands like this and really work it if you're really trying to be firm. That'll also help. But the goal is when you're giving, in a sense, an eggplant massage, you are trying to see, be very observant. Try to see what makes his toes curl. Try to see what makes his breathing like Like what you're hearing. Because then once you find those spots on the penis, manipulate those spots, and then bingo, you already know what to make him explode. So yeah, you guys, those are just the tips for, you know, stroking the eggplant. So next up, the best part that we're gonna learn, which I enjoy doing. This is something that I enjoy doing only because being a woman who's more dominant, I love to see a man become a little bitch under me. Because you have so much control when you're giving a man head. Like, you're literally controlling him. Like, and if you know how to do it well, you can get whatever you want from him, sis. Because that mouth is...
Back the fuck up. When did this become a whorehouse?
Everything. So let's go with the tips. Now, I might go a little faster through the head tips because there is more tips when giving head. There's a lot more tips that I can give you. So I kind of shortened it up. But if you guys want a part 2 of more head tips or more stroking tips, y'all like this video or leave a comment. So first of all, let's say you're not even going to jack the man. This is your man, you're in bed with him and you trying to get it going because you want some. So let's say he's a gummy worm. And when I say gummy worm, I mean gummy worm. Dead to the world. First thing you want to do, pick it up and put it in your mouth. You gotta put it in your mouth. While you're doing that, try to do slow sucking motions on the tip, and it'll help grow him a little faster. You know, like I always say, you guys go hear me say tip a lot throughout this video because the tip of the penis is the most sensitive part on that man's body. So do not, you have to manipulate the tip. Whether you're playing with it with your tongue or whether you're sucking it, manipulate that tip. I swear to God, it'll make it grow so fast. So now that you have grown that thing in your mouth, now that it is fully strong and you are ready to show out, you ready to show that man what that mouth do. At this point, you're going to start putting 100% focus on the tip. I know you're like, well, why am I doing that? Because before you start deep throating, you need to focus on the tip. You just want to make sure, because what you're doing when you're focusing on the tip, whether you're constantly flicking at the tip of the that little, what is it called? That little piece that has that little slit that goes down to the vein, whether you're just constantly licking that part or sucking that part, you're making his penis so sensitive. So you want to spend at least a good 2 to 3 minutes just playing with that head. And while you are playing with that head, very important, bring that firm grip back. You are going to bring your firm grip on that thing while you are playing with that tip. Right? Right. So whether if you're stroking it and you're like sucking or licking, but keep a nice tight grip on that dick while you're playing with that head. Like I said, do it for a few seconds. You ain't gotta do it for too long, but at least do it for at least a minute or two, just to kind of get his thing, knowing that yeah, it's about to go down. Get ready to come. Get ready to nut, because you're going to nut. Period. Now, once you have spent that 1 to 2 minutes gripping, like I said, don't be scared to be firm, and move it up and down. And while you're, remember, I wish I could really show y'all, but holding it and sucking, move it up and down. Once you have done that, release your hands, and now you about to show out. And when I say you about to show out, you about to show out. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go ahead, and we're not deep throating yet, sisters. We're not doing that yet. We are going to start teasing it. We are going to lick up and down that shaft. We are going to lick everywhere. We are going to lick and suck up and down. Now, remember when I said that one little vein? that's where you want to kind of focus most of your licking at. So you're going to find that vein where it is on that meat, and you are going to lick up and down to the tip, from the tip to the bottom, to the tip to the bottom, to the tip to the bottom, to the tip to the bottom, sucking from the tip to the bottom. You are going to get that whole thing soaking wet. I'm talking about, I want spit all over it. And y'all, I used to hate spit. Do not be afraid of spit. The more spit, the better. Like I said, you guys, also please make sure you're listening to him, because some girls are a little more rough than other girls, and you don't want to be sucking or licking him so hard that he doesn't like it. So listen, if you're sucking and licking and you feel like you're doing it really hard and you don't hear no moaning, then you're not doing it right, sis. You gotta take a step back. But and like kind of slow down, and then that'll probably be a little better. Now that you've been doing that, don't be afraid to brush your teeth with that thing. And I know you're probably like, brush your teeth with the thing. Brush your teeth with the thing. Bend your head over, grip it, and brush your teeth with it. But please be careful of your teeth. When you're doing this, this is more, I don't want to say advanced, moderate. If you're going to do it from the side and keep a nice grip and do it like that, please keep your teeth together. Do not cut this man with your teeth. Please. Don't cut this man with your teeth. Wow. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Even the best people accidentally cut a nigga with your teeth. Just be careful. So now, you done teased them, you done brushed your teeth with it, and mind you guys, these are just certain things you could do. I have other tips, but this is kind of like a little, just a little something to get you out the door, to get you through the door. Now, while you have been doing all of this, y'all, do not be afraid to look him in his eyes. Look up to him. Do not be afraid to spit and look up to him. Do not be afraid to make slurping and sucking sounds, because these are all things that are stimulating his ears. And these are all things that are making his mind go crazy, his body go crazy. He thinks you're so into it. He thinks you so in love. And for the girls who hate giving head, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Now this is where we're starting to, once you done did all that, you done teased him for a few minutes, now it's time to shine. Deep throat it. Go for it. Now, if you are afraid of deep throating because you have gag reflexes, you want to throw up, then don't deep throat. Go ahead and just focus on sucking the top or getting as low as you can without deep throating at first. And when you're doing that, take it out. Take that thing out and smack it on your face. Slap it on your tongue. Smear it across your lips. Do like these sexy things so when he looks down at you, he's like, oh, sheesh, you going in. Now, if you have a guy that's more aggressive, that wants to force your head down, then at that point, what I would say is you're going to have to take control. And the best way to take control is to grab his hands, push them down, and then you go in. And when I say go in, don't deep throat, but suck it as much as you can so he's not constantly choking you. Or if you really don't like to be choked, let him know like, I really don't like that. If he fuck with you, he'll understand. And if he don't, he don't. So those are the little tips that I have to make your man go crazy. If you guys have any specific questions on giving head, jacking, or just like you want a part 2, like it, thumbs up. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Like I said, not to toot my own horn, but I never had no complaints. So thank y'all for watching, Rebel Gang.